Hi, I'm Ms. Matsuoka, and today I'm going to teach you about how to solve logarithmic equations. So there's different forms of logarithmic equations. I'm going to show you how to solve ones that look like this. So it's log of something equals log of something else. We're going to start with this one right here. So first thing that you should notice is that we have log base 4 of something equals log base 4 of something else. The thing is, it's log base 4 on both of them. So think about it like this. It's kind of like having the square root of x plus 2 is equal to the square root of x squared minus 4. The first thing you're going to do here is you're going to square both sides. So you're basically getting rid of the square root as the first thing you do. Same thing here. We're just going to get rid of the logs on both sides. So we're getting rid of log on both sides. So we have x plus 2 equals x squared minus 4. Now we're going to get everything over to one side because we need to set it equal to 0 because this is a quadratic. And that's how you solve quadratics. So we're going to subtract x from both sides and subtract 2 from both sides. So it's x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. Now to solve this, there's basically two methods. You can either use the quadratic formula or you can factor. We're going to factor this one because we can. So this is just the way that I factor it. You can factor it any way you want to do it. The negative 6 is going to go on the top. Negative 1 will go on the bottom. We have negative 3 and 2. So this is x minus 3 times x plus 2 equals 0. And we have x equals 3 and x equals negative 2. So these are our answers. But now we have to check our answers. So here's our next step. We are checking right here. And to check, we're just plugging it back in to the very original one. You have to plug it into the original one. So we have log base 4 of x, sorry, not x. We're going to work with the 3 first. So we're checking the 3 first, so it's 3 plus 2 is equal to log base 4 of 3 squared minus 4. So right now we have log base 4 of 5 is equal to log base 4 of 5. So this works. They're both the same, they're exactly the same, and furthermore, these are positive numbers because the domain of a log, if you remember when we graphed these things, the domain of a log, you have to have the inside be a positive number. So I'm just going to write here as a reminder, the domain of this is x is greater than 0. Okay, so what this means is we can't plug in anything that's 0 or less than 0. It all has to be positive numbers. So because 5 is part of our domain, this one works. So this one right here works. We're going to check negative 2 next. So we have log base 4 of negative 2 plus 2 is equal to log base 4 of negative 2 squared plus 2. So, oh, sorry, not plus 2. This is minus 4 there. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and solve this. We get log base 4 of 0 is equal to log base 4 of 0. Now you might be thinking, great, they're the same. We're good, but we're not good. Because, remember, our domain has to be bigger than 0 here. It's equal to 0 here, so this is not in our domain. So this one is not part of our solution, only this one is. All right, let's look at our next example now. So here's our next example. Now, we can't just drop the logs because right now they're adding. Like it's not just ln equals ln. It has to be just like ln equals ln. But right now we have ln plus ln equals something else. So we need to combine it so that it's just one ln. So we're condensing, if you recall from before. So we're going to condense this side here. Remember, when we condense this stuff, we're adding here, so that means we're multiplying the insides together. So we have ln of x minus 2 times x minus 3 is equal to the ln of x plus 1. So we multiply these together. We're going to get ln of x squared minus 5x plus 6 is equal to ln of x plus 1. If you're confused about how to multiply that, look at one of my earlier videos, multiplying polynomials, and hopefully that will help you out. So now we have our goal. We have what we wanted. We have ln equals ln. So now I can just drop the ln's and solve. I have x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals x plus 1. Once again, just like the other one, we're going to get all of the x's to one side so we can make it equal to 0. We're going to subtract x from both sides and subtract 1 from both sides. So it looks like x squared minus 6x plus 5 equals 0. Once again, I need to factor this. So let's see, I have 5 in the top, negative 6 in the bottom. So that's going to be negative 5 and negative 1. So we have x minus 5 times x minus 1 is equal to 0. So we get x equals 5 and x equals 1. Now again, I need to check. I need to make sure that this is correct and it's in the domain. Alright, so we have, again, I'm plugging into the very first one, the original one. So we have ln of 5 minus 2 plus ln of 5 minus 3 is equal to ln of 5 plus 1. So we have ln of 3 plus ln of 2 is equal to ln of 6. And actually right now we can see that this is true. Because if I multiply, well, if I condense this side, I will get 6 because 3 times 2 is 6. So this is good. Everything is in the domain because everything ended up being positive, right? That's another thing we're checking for. We're going to check our last one now, which was 1. So we have ln, I'm just going to make a little line so we can tell. We have ln of 1 minus 2 plus ln of 1 minus 3, is equal to ln of negative 1 plus, sorry, not negative 1. Just 1 plus 1. Okay, already we can see that this is not going to work because 1 minus 2, that's a negative number. And we can only have positive numbers in our domain. So already we know that's not going to work, and we know that's not going to work. So this is not going to work here because of this part and this part. Those are both going to be negative. So the 1 didn't work, but the 5 did. So the 5 is our answer. So here's our last example before the bonus question. So again, we're going to condense these logs here. We have a minus this time, so that means we're dividing. So we have log of 2x minus 1 all over 3 is equal to log of 5. So now we have what we want. We have it set up exactly how we want it to be set up. So we're once again going to take off the logs and solve. So we have 2x minus 1 all over 3 is equal to 5. And we're just getting x by itself now. So we need to multiply it by 3 on both sides. So those are going to cancel each other out. We get 2x minus 1 is equal to 15. Add 1 to both sides here, so 2x is equal to 16 divided by 2, so that means x is equal to 8. Now once again, we do want to make sure that this is still correct. So let's go ahead and check it. So let's see, we're working with log of 2 times 8 minus 1 minus log of 3 is equal to log of 5. So here we have log of, it's going to be 15 in total, minus log of 3 is equal to log of 5. So here you can notice everything is in the domain here. So we look good on that. Again, we're subtracting, so when we condense it, we're dividing. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So this one does work, so 8 is our answer. Alright, so I've showed you a few different examples of how to solve these types of logarithmic equations. Here is your bonus question. It's a tough one. You're going to have to condense a couple things here. So good luck.